Hello everyone and welcome back to Coloring with Haley. In particular, welcome back to my complete coloring book collection. I have done the first video, which was Deborah Muller and Jade Summer, and those are pretty much the only two artists slash publishers that I really collect a ton of books from. Kokeshi starting to get there, but not quite. I don't have enough, I think. So this next category is going to be like cutesy Chibi Kawaii books. And I know kawaii just means cute in Japanese, so I'm kind of saying cute chibi books. But that is what this next category is going to be, and I have quite a stack here. The first one is one that I purchased last month, Kawaii Summer by Colored Caramel, I believe. I think that's a publishing company. And this is a super cute one. I do have a full flip through up because this one's such a recent book. And I have already done a few pages in here. It's got nice thick lines, so I like that about it. I like that I can just go in with a marker and just do whatever without adding anything to it because it doesn't really need anything. They're kind of simple, you know? Here is one of the first pages that I colored, and of course there's glitter on these, even though I said they're like simple pages. That unicorn horn is glittery. And I just did like my Cali Art markers or my Ohuhu markers, and that's it. Nothing special, you know, nothing fancy. And I know the other two are towards the back. Okay. I think this is the first one I did last month, this flamingo here having the lemonade. This is a fun one to do, and the flamingo's glasses are all glittery. And then I did, yeah, the fruit here at the very end. I just talked about these in my color-in chat, so that's why I don't have too much to say about these pages, because I kind of just said everything I wanted to say about them then. Okay, let's move that over there, and the next one was another book I hauled last month, the Decora Anime Girls, and again I've got a flip through up where I talk about what Decora style is. I did not get time to color in this one last month, but I want to this month. This is another great book from Kokeshi. I love it. It is a bunch of anime-style girls wearing Japanese Decora fashion, and they all kind of have different cute poses, so, you know, the portraits are a little bit different. The girls are all doing something unique, you know. Like this girl here's got her phone, and this one is doing kind of like a pose with her hands up. There we go. There's a few that are like full body style like this, and there's a couple that are even like further out. Let me see. There we go. Here's one, but there aren't too many. The portraits definitely outnumber this style, so if you're someone that likes the close-up portraits like this, then this is the perfect book for them. And they are just great in this book. I don't know, all the accessories and everything will be so much fun to do with gel pens. Next up, and not all of these books, by the way, are going to be people either. Some of them are like cute animal books as well, because they can be chibi too. Chibi means small or tiny, I believe, in Japan, so, you know, animals can be chibi too. This next one is the Chibi Girls coloring book by, oh boy, by somebody. I don't think they have their name anywhere. Alice Brockmeyer, there we go. By Alice Brockmeyer, and this was a gift from Misty. Now this artist has two books just called Chibi Girls, and the covers are different, and they are actually different books. I don't know why it's not like Chibi Girls and then Chibi Girls 2. The artist just didn't do it that way. This is 20 unique images. They have nice big thick black lines. Simple Chibi Girl images doing, you know, simplistic things. The backgrounds aren't too complicated. There's a lot of pictures of girls eating, and I think, in fact, the two pages I've colored in here are girls eating. I know I did this one, I believe, on a color-in chat. I want to say I did because I think Misty requested that I do a color-in chat out of this book when she had ordered it for me. And I did put glitter, of course, on her sweater because I had to sneak it in there somewhere. I'm not even, like, a big glitter person in real life, like, aside from the coloring. You know, I don't wear glitter or anything, and I don't put it on anything. It's not in anything in my house. I just think that the glitter looks really good on coloring pages. So I did this girl eating ramen noodles. And I've used gel pen for sure on these little fish cakes to do the pink swirl on them, but it doesn't really look like I've used any paint on this one. And then I did this girl eating the giant piece of sushi, and kind of the same thing, I did the glitter on her outfit and also on the beret in her hair. And this is just, like I said, a fun, simple book, and I like to do a darker outline sometimes on these simpler pictures, kind of the way people would always color in elementary school, because I just think it looks nice. I'm not a person really that likes to do full shading. I kind of just prefer straight coloring in a lot of my books. But this is a way that you can kind of like enhance your straight coloring, I suppose. She does, like I said, she does have another one exactly like this named Chibi Girls, but I believe there's a girl on a panda outfit, I think, on the cover, and it does have different images. Alright, let's see what else we got here. I have Christopher Hart's Girl Power, the manga artist's coloring book, and these are girls that are in more, I guess, of an anime style, but I would count them as being kawaii. Yeah, I would say they're more of an anime manga style. A few of them have this type of like gray scaling on it. Other ones are super simple. It's a nice, fun book. I actually don't think I've colored anything in it. I bought it on sale from Hobby Lobby. But I need to color in it because there's some really nice pages in here, especially for summer, that I've just passed over. There's a few close-ups here. This book is got really nice, thicker paper in it. Not, you know, watercolor quality. I couldn't tell you the weight of it because I'm not super certain, but it's definitely not, you know, Amazon printed paper. It's nice, thick quality paper, so it would be good for alcohol markers. And even though it's not water weight paper, you could, I think you could use watercolors in it just fine. I know some people that watercolor in their Amazon printed books. And this guy does have a girls coloring book just called Girls, but I haven't yet seen that one in person to know if I want it. So, next up I have Pop Manga Cute and Creepy coloring book. And I could have swore that I had the original Pop Manga, but it's not in this pile. And I could not find it. So, I don't know where it went, but I thought that I had it. Well, in fact, I know I have it, I just don't know where it's at. So, pretend that I have had it and showed it to you, because I can't find it. I do have the cute and creepy one, though. I don't like double-sided books, and I believe I've said this before, because I like using markers. And I don't like using water-based markers. I like using alcohol markers. But this book, I just couldn't resist it, and maybe one day I will actually get out pencils and color in this book. I don't know. I just like looking at the art in it also. So, yeah, I haven't done anything in it. But the art in here is awesome. It's double-sided. There are all kinds of creatures. This is so cute. Look at this guy here. If you're wondering what this is, it's a kappa from Japanese mythology. There was like a really cute spider in here somewhere. The cat with the pumpkin on his head. Let me see. There we go. This big fuzzy spider. I love it. And then she does have her girls in here occasionally. Here we go. We've got kind of like a Medusa style girl. This girl's got like goat legs. This one is a genie in a bottle. You know, she's got her girls in here, but she's got so many little cute just critters. I wish she would do another book full of just little creatures like these. They are so cute. Look at this. I believe this is a chupacabra because it's like a bald dog and it's eating a goat. So it'd have to be like a chupacabra, right? Little dragons. The Loch Ness Monster. Like a little ogre. I just like looking through this book. Like I said, maybe one day I will eventually color in it. I don't know. I just love Camilla de Erico's art. I would love to have one of her coffee table art books. And I do have the original Pop Manga, I just couldn't find it. Let's see, let's do this one next. This is another animal one. This is Serene Little Village by, Julia Rivers, which that company has not published any new books in a very long time. So I don't know what happened to that company. And this is The Wondrous Life Behind the Garden Wall. These are little animals. It's sort of kind of like the Nice Little Town book, but it's a bunch of different little animals doing little animal things in their little animal village. Here we have some birds outside their home. Got the baby bird on the swing. These are some pretty detailed and complicated pictures, and so I haven't colored one. We've got some that are like landscape. We've got these geese here, and their little mice are watching them from their boat. I feel like this one would be hard to do in marker just because of the small lines and kind of the general size of everything. Baby deer there. There's like a little shrew on his head, or maybe a little mouse. I'm not sure. He kind of does have a mouse tail, doesn't he? But it is an adorable book nonetheless. A challenge that I would like to maybe give myself one day. We've got this bird here. It looks like he's wearing a backpack. Let's see. Love this one here with the goose. And like the little mouse riding the goose. That's so cute. I don't know. It's just a super cute book. And Julia Rivers is a publishing company. I know that much. So I don't know the actual artist. Some people know some of the artists. Like one of them is named Forrest Diver. And I guess their art is perhaps recognizable enough to have them named. And this could be a book by them. But I'm totally not certain. So I'm not going to say that it is or isn't. Okay, next up I've got Chibi Animal Girls by Sun Life Drawing. Yes, Sun Life Drawing does put out books that aren't color by number. This is like one of their very few non-color by number, non-mandala books. And I don't know the artist because it's just, you know, under the Sun Life Drawing name. And this is in the same vein. But they are animal girls, and they are doing their own thing. That's like girls with animal ears, because she is a bunny sitting at the bus stop. And again, I haven't colored in it for the same reason. The lines are rather thin and delicate, and I'm a bit heavy-handed with my markers. Like, this looks to be a bear girl, perhaps, and she's decorating her Christmas tree. So I just don't know how I would do with my markers. And I've got like a fairy or perhaps a butterfly here. Unicorn girl, mouse girl, so I just haven't touched it as much. This is the cover here, the girl on the roof with the cat. It's an adorable book and I love it. I just, you know, I haven't touched it. I gotta kind of get used to the thinner lines and get into some of them. Okay, so next up we have Kokeshi Cuties coloring book, and Kokeshi dolls are a little doll from Japan. They're kind of a simple doll with like a very simple body and like a round head. They're usually wooden. This is by Amai or Amai World. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It doesn't say anywhere on the book, but it's A-M-A-I World. And I believe this has 20 images in it. Now, it is one that has the very nice thick black lines, and you kind of get the doll in every picture, and then a little scene around the doll. So this one has the little cat, the waving cats. I forget what those are called. This girl is inside like the cherry blossom. This one is a cat girl. This girl is surrounded by a bunch of cats. This one is surrounded by koi fish. They're definitely very chibi, cutesy, big heads, you know. I have done one page in here. I did it last month after owning this book for forever. I finally broke it open and did a page. Just straight coloring on this one. Didn't even do any of the outlining. Just went in with my markers and said, there we go, that's good. Used gel pen to do the pink swirl on this fish cake here because I do have a bright pink swirl and I didn't think I could achieve it with a marker while keeping the rest of the fish cake white. And these cherry blossoms up here that come off the tree are glittery. Can you see that there in the corner? This is a fun page to do with all of the sushi. I'm not even really a big sushi fan. I've had it before and it's, I don't know, too many flavors going on at once for me. I think if I had like a very basic sushi that was just fish and rice, I'd probably like it more. You got a little fried shrimp here too. This was a good one. I love the page that's before it here as well. This girl with her dog, because this dog reminds me of Finn. He's got the curly tail there that's characteristic of little Spitz breeds of dogs. But this is a great book. It has a few kind of scenes that are more zoomed out and full scenes, you know, and then just some pages that are like, oh, it's just a girl and a few things around her. I think there's one in here where the girl's like actually on a boat in the ocean. Yeah. There we go. Okay, next up is the Tokidoki coloring book by Tokidoki. And Tokidoki is a company that sells figurines and fashion. They kind of like they don't make their own clothes. They partner with like name brands like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and release purses and shoes and dresses with all of these little characters on them. And I do know the names of some of these characters. I collect the figures. I don't have the money to buy like a Gucci purse, but I do collect the figures. These are unicornos. And Tokidoki are designed by Simone Legno, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He designs all of these characters. These are the cactus girls here. And some of the little cactus pets down here. And this does have, like, the central image, as you can see here, is in a nice, thick line art, while the background is kind of more faded. So, you know, you could use your markers in here for sure, because it's single-sided and on a nice, thicker page. And I do believe that they have this book in a bigger, like, coloring pad. There's sort of a wallpaper page, but this girl's Donatella. Yeah, that's Donatella. Here's one that I did. I did these unicornos with my markers, and I did that thing again where I kind of outline them rather than doing any shading. And this was a really fun one to do. I liked all the dots everywhere rather than actually coloring in the grass, just kind of doing the dots. It had a very, like, comic book feel to it. And there is a bit of glitter on the butterflies and on the unicorno's skull there, like in the flower. It's just super, super cute. Yeah, these are the Mufia. They're little, like, milks, and then you have the Mufia people. There they are again. I believe her name is Mozzarella. The cactus girl that I showed you, where is she again? Let's see. There's Donatella. I think she's back here. Yeah, there she is down there in this picture. Her name's Sandy. I do know some of the characters, not all of them because there's so many, but I know a few of them. Anyway, aside from a few wallpaper pages like that one, it is a really nice book with a lot of characters that are just super cute. I love the Mufia that are the little milk, and I love the cactus pets here. This is a fun one to color in. I'm hoping it's not going to slide off there and come back into the screen. Alright, this is my one and only Jen Racine book. I like her books, and I would love to get more of them. It's just that this is the only one that I've bought so far. And this is the Uncommonly Cute Animals book. I believe she has already changed the cover art for this book. So if you go to look for it on Amazon, I think it's going to look different. And this one has 30 adorable and unusual animals to color. As with her art, it does have the nice thick lines, and you actually get the animal's name and a fun fact about them and where they are from. So I have only done one in this book, despite this being a book that I said I wanted to finish this year. You can see how well that's going. And I did the long-eared jerboa, which lives in China and Mongolia, and it looks like a mouse with huge ears that hops like a kangaroo. That's what this all says. I did look up what the actual animal looks like to color this. I wanted it to kind of be, you know, accurate. And again, I did do, like, the outlining in just a few places that I felt might have some shading, so it's more of a simple one. And I did paint over the whiskers. I do like to use white paint to go over animals' whiskers when I can. But there are a lot of fun animals in here. Look at this Japanese dwarf flying squirrel. Like, it's really fun to just go through here and look up what some of these animals actually look like. Let's see, let me find... There's the echidna. There's the desert rain frog. Desert rain frogs are fun. I love them. Capybara. It's got a lot of animals in here that are some of my favorites. Let's see if I can find the... Yeah, there we go. There's the axolotl. Those are great. Those are little salamanders. See, the Patagonian Mara. They are a very large rodent. I've seen some in real life. I have friends who own them. They're pretty cool. The pink fairy armadillo, the platypus. It's just full of super cute, fun animals. The sparkle muffin spider, a species of peacock jumping spider. A mole. The Sunda Kalugo. These things are really cool. They're like a giant flying lemur. They look sort of weird. I don't know, I'm a biologist, like you guys know, so I'm an animal person, so this book is just right up my alley, and I love that she's given us fun facts and where the animal is located. I don't know. I could do with like 8 more books like this. This just reminds me of being a kid and watching Animal Planet. And of course it ends with the wombat, one of my most beloved marsupials, little wombats. Just love them. Here's another animal one. This is Kawaii Animals Coloring Book by Kokeshi. This book belongs to page and a test color page, like all of Kokeshi's books seem to. And then you get right into your pictures. Single-sided, they are framed, which is really great, and nice thick black lines. That's what I like about Kokeshi's books. And they're just a bunch of animals doing different things. Some of them are doing human things, some of them are doing animal things, and it's just sort of kind of completely random. And I like that about it. Like here is what appears to be a dog in a shark costume and a dog in a fish costume. That's so fun. This koala is PC gaming. I've done a picture in here. Let me get to it. I did like a farm animal picture, I think. Yeah, there we go. I did this on camera with the cow and the fox and the dog and the chickens. These are sort of all animals you might see on a farm. The fox is not exactly a farm animal. It's there to eat the chicken eggs, probably. But, you know, you might see them on a farm. And again, I did the outlining here, just the simple outlining, because this was a simple book. Simple page to color. And I realized after I colored it, like the red and blue color scheme against the white background kind of made it look like Wonder Bread. That's what it reminds me of. But I did use a little bit of glitter there on some of the things in the background. And this is a super fun book to color. And here's the page before it. It's a hippo eating ice cream. And then the one before that, see, it's like just a sea turtle being a sea turtle. You know, he's not doing anything human. Here's a bat. Here's a bear with, like, I don't know if it's a little lemur or a little monkey on its back, but it's cute. Some chickens and ducks. This is just an awesome book. I love it. And it has 25 or 30 images, I want to say. None of them repeat in the Kokeshi books, so that's one of the great things about them. That's one of the things I really, really like. Okay, let's do some of Louisa May Marianis's books, because I have some of her books. I'm starting to collect her books. She did Ramen Animals. This is a really cute one. Single-sided like all of them. Her books just open up and start. It's animals eating ramen noodles. What more could you want? I love animals. I love ramen noodles. So it's right up my alley. There's a panda in this one. I haven't colored one in here yet because it is relatively new to me. We've got the alpaca. We've got the hamster. We've got the curly-tailed dog. We've got the short-tailed dog. We've got another llama. We got some cats. We got a mouse. We got an otter. You know, got a really wide variety of animals in here, and she's kind of themed the bowl of ramen around each animal. If you take a look here, you'll notice the rabbit, for example, has some carrots in his bowl. Let me show you another really good example. What would be a good example? Like, here we go. The pig has just a bunch of different stuff, and the penguin, he's got fish in his bowl, because of course penguins love fish. The unicorn just kind of has, like, random stuff in its bowl. Let me see. There's another one. Yeah. The mouse has cheese. There we go. That was another one that was, like, pretty obvious on the theming, I think. It's super, super cute. Here's a raccoon. The squirrel has acorns in his bowl. Nice thick lines, like all of her books. Super adorable. And I haven't seen that one too much. You guys really got into this book and the next one that I'm going to show. But you guys haven't really got into Ramen Animals. YouTube really went off with this one. But I think you guys should go off with the Ramen Animals too, because it's fun and I want to see other people doing it. So, this is Louisa May Marianis's Pastel Goth. This book is not for everybody. It can be a little bit of a controversial book because it has some symbols in it that I take in kind of a horror movie way, but other people take them in a different way. And that's okay. But it is kind of up my alley because I love horror movies, love creepy things, love cute things. It works for me. So I'm going to skip a page in here that I just did for this month, because you'll see it later. For example, here we go. Here's a good one to show you why it's a little bit controversial. We've got the cat that has been summoned here. But here's one that I've colored. This is a simple book with big black lines, so just straight in with markers, doing a little bit of outlining somewhere sometimes, you know. Keeping it simple works for me. And I did I think it's a pentagram on his head. I can't remember if those have to have the circle around them or if it's just some kind of like demon star. I don't really know. But yeah, there's a lot of cute things in here. I've got the Grim Reaper, but he's cute. We've got like this type of unicorn human skull. Ghosts. The bunny in the teapot, but he's like an evil bunny that's been stitched back together. I did these cherries here. I'm not familiar with all of the symbols. I think this might be a Leviathan cross or something. I don't know. I have seen them pop up in some horror movies and like in Supernatural because I love that show. But not all of them. Again, just doing with my markers, doing a little bit of outlining. Did a little bit of white paint to make these cherries look like they were glossy. And a lot of glitter because I feel like, sort of like Deborah Muller's books, this book really calls for the glitter. Now let me see. No, I've done more in here. She's got a dog there. Little witch cat there. She does have some people in here. They're pretty cute and chibi. I think the other one I did might be towards the front. Or in the other one. No, here it is. Okay. You're kind of seeing the little bit of the back of the page I colored for this month. But last month I did do this bat. I got on a tangent with bats for a little while. I don't know what that was about. But I had to find a bat page to color. Again, just doing like kind of simple outlining. Made it look nice. I just did it on the bat and the rib cage. I don't worry as much about the stuff in the background. A little bit of glitter to glitter up some of those stars rather than make them all solid. And I leave my backgrounds white because you guys know I don't like coloring backgrounds. That is Pastel Goth. And then she released Chibi Kawaii because Pastel Goth like really took off. I think one of the last times I looked at it, it had 700 reviews on Amazon, which is like a lot for an Amazon published coloring book. So she put out Chibi Kawaii for you guys. And here's the first page, which is the cover. It's very much the same style. Big thick lines, framed picture, single-sided, creepy but cute things. This one does have more people in it though. I noticed that. She's got more people in there. I would love it if she would do a book of these styles. She does have a creepy chibi book, but it's not like quite the same style. I want it to be these very tiny little cute people. Like this little Dracula here. I got the cat with the crystal ball. Got the jack-o'-lantern. Now let's see. I know I've done something somewhere in here. I just have to find it. There we go. Is that it? I did the little Grim Reaper cat not too long ago. I think I may have done it the month before last. Because I did get this recently. And this was a cute, fun one to do. Again, just outlining with my markers and paint and a little bit of glitter. The paint to make his little pitchfork stand out. I don't know. He reminded me of like a kid on Halloween and their little Grim Reaper costumes with their little like bright red plastic pitchforks. So that is how I colored him. That is what he reminded me of. And the hearts and like sparkles, I guess you might call them here, are glittered up. There was a bat page in here that I could have colored, but I did not. Like, here we go. Here's another person. She did put, like I said, more people in this one. I think there are a few more people here at the back. Yeah, we've got this one's a girl in the teapot. This one's like a little doll girl. Because, you know, her lips are stitched, so she's kind of like a doll, I would think. This one is like, it's humanoid, you know, it's a little more human. It's like a skull girl. Yeah, this book's definitely not for everybody. You know, I get that, but I like it, so. Alright, I think that was all of Lariza's books. So, next up is going to be, yeah, a different book and then a bunch of Kokawaii. So this is The Secret Life of Animals for All Creative Souls by Stramina Suzova is how I'm going to pronounce that name. And I believe this is a book, again, where the cover has changed. It is a weird size. It's not like pocket size, but it's not quite a regular book size either. Here it is, compare it to another one. It's, I don't know, it's a bit of a different off size, but I do like it. And it's sort of like the book I showed you earlier from Julia Rivers, but simplified. And that's what I like about it. Here is a mouse. Here is a deer. The only thing I wish that the images went, you know, all the way to the bottom, because a few of them are cut off, kind of, because see, here we go. We've got these little hedgehogs standing under their umbrella. And here these little hedgehogs are picking apples. Mama Bear's giving Baby Bear his lunch. You know, I do wish that they weren't cut off at the top and went all the way, but I can live with it, or if they were framed, you know. It's animals doing some people things. These crows are reading something and laughing, I think. And some of them, you know, just kind of doing normal animal things, not human things. But it's cute, and I like it. I love this frog here singing. Squirrels looking at the stars. Sleeping baby bunny. Owl reading. We got Mama Mouse cooking dinner. I like this one a lot, and I don't know why I haven't colored in it, to be honest, because the lines are thick enough, in my opinion. So I need to get on with that and color in here. And I don't know how many pages there are. I think there are possibly 25 or 30, just feeling the book. And I don't think this artist has put out anything else. I would love it if they would put out a second book in this style. But I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name either. So once again, it's Strumina Suzova, Tuzsuzova, if you're looking for it. Alright, so I've got a bunch more Kokowayo books here. I got 4, actually. That's how many. And we're going to start with Time to Travel with Baby Dog. You guys have seen these in my big Kokowayo haul. Love this one. It's as it says it is. He's a baby dog traveling the world. Here he is in Egypt. Haven't colored in it yet. Here he is in Japan. Here he is in Russia. Here he is in Australia. You know, he just travels the world, does cute things. I love this one a lot. Not sure what city this is. This building is not familiar to me. You guys will have to tell me in the comments. This also is not very familiar to me. He is, I would assume, here in Hawaii because he's got on the little flower crown. He's sitting by the water. That's definitely got to be like Hawaii, right? I don't know, this book, this one also, well, no, this wouldn't be Hawaii. That would be Brazil because there's the Christ the Redeemer statue. Holland, you know, adorable book. I need to color in it. It is a bit more detailed than some of Kokowayo's other books. You know, the backgrounds are really fleshed out. You really can tell what city he's in because they put a lot of details into it to make sure you can tell where he's at. But I love it. It's super cute. Awesome book. And next up I have Kokowayo's Chibi Girls book because of course I do. I bought this like immediately. This one's great. This one is 50 images, by the way, so they packed a lot in here, no repeats. And I've only done one page in here, and it's this page here, and I think I did this on camera. I can't remember. Just base coloring. Just colored it. That's it. Didn't even do any outlines on it. Just did it in with my, not with my Copics, my Ohuhu and my Cali art markers. That's just the way I like to color these. I did do the bunny's tail in a little bit of white paint. This is a great one if you like the Chibi Girl style. These are more simplistic. They don't have a lot going on in the background usually. They even have simple eyes, so you could fill them in more if you wanted to, but you don't have to. There's a few of them that are kind of like in jars or on a little scene, but most of them are just sort of kind of floating in a background with things around them. For the most part. Like this girl just here on the donut. Like, there we go. His girl just like sitting on her knees. This one's in tea. This one's kind of got a little scene going on. This one's surrounded by candy. I don't know. This is a really, really great Chibi Girl book. If they do like a Chibi Girls Part 2, I'll definitely be buying it because this one is super easy and simple to color in. You can get a lot done quick in it, especially if you're just straight coloring. But you could also, you know, turn these into really detailed pictures with your shading and stuff if you really wanted to go all out with it. And Kokowayo is a publisher, so they don't give the name of their artists, but I've kind of figured out that they do have a particular artist working for them that I like a lot. The Chibi Girls coloring book definitely seems to be by the same artist who did this Cupcakes coloring book that I have yet to color in. And I'll show you here why I think that. Take a look here at these bunnies on this page, for example. See how these bunnies are drawn? You're going to see a lot of bunnies drawn the same way in this Cupcakes coloring book. And this is a book just full of cupcakes, but there are lots of little animals everywhere. That one has a cat on it. Now let me try to find some of those bunnies to show you really what I'm talking about. There's bunnies drawn in a lot of different styles, but here we go. That one's very similar. That one right there especially is a very similar style. That one there. These here. I don't know, there's definitely just like, I can see the bunnies being from the same artist. Even if this artist just contributed like the bunnies to this or something, they're definitely very much in the same style. Here you go. Here again is these bunnies in Chibi Girls, and the bunny here in this Cupcakes book, they're like actually even the same bunny. They've used that art there again. Which doesn't bother me because they're in completely different books. If they were using it over and over again on the same book, that might be annoying. But it's like definitely the same artist that has done some embellishment on these cupcakes for sure. But this is a cute book, like I said. It's a lot of cupcakes and a lot of animals. Or animal faces on the food. I keep knocking over that little bird. Lots of bunnies. This artist seems to really like bunnies. Bunnies in different styles. Bunnies everywhere. I'm not even a big food person. For coloring, at least, I do like to eat. Just not for coloring, but I love that one. And then again, we have cute stuff by Kawaii. This one's also 50 images, and I think that the Cupcakes book is 30. But again, this is definitely the same person because it's got the same style rabbits like everywhere in the book. And this one is just, as it says, a collection of cute things. Like, there's that bunny again. Here, a lot of the pages are like this, where there are 4 or 5, sometimes 8 different things on a page. This one is just like sweets and bunnies. This one's old video game software and milk and tea. You know, there's just a bunch of random things going on all the pages. But I really like that because you could come to a page. For example, this one with the bunny in space, and you could color him. You could go off, color something else, come back, color this. Go off, come back, color this, you know. That's what I like about it. Some of them are nice, just, you know, single image pages, but a lot of them are sort of a random collection of things on a page. This one's all faces. There are certain style pages in here that I really, really like. That's a good one there with the Polaroid picture. Let me see what, if I can find it. Here we go. There are several of these pages here that have like 4 pictures of this girl wearing different outfits and doing different things, and I really like these. Let me see if I can find another one for you in here. I know there are quite a few. Just have to find one. There's another one. There we go. See, there she is again doing a bunch of different things. Like here she's eating a donut. Here she's eating an egg, maybe? Not sure. Here she's just posing in those. But it's really cute. And it's all unique images, which is what I'm like. I'm starting to like ones that have more unique images. There's not too many pages with words on them. If you don't like coloring words, I don't really either. There's just a few of those in here. Here's the girl again. Pretty easy to overlook those. There we go. This one is strawberry milk, and it does say Ichigo on it in Japanese, which is strawberry. But I'm really liking this company right now, so I'm sure you will see me buy more books from them. But that has been what I would consider to be all of my like cute Chibi Kawaii type books, except for the other pop manga book because I couldn't find it. I guess I could count this as being also like an anime manga style collection, but this has been part 2 of my complete collection. Thank you guys for watching, and keep a lookout for the other collection videos.